Hi, welcome to my channel. In this channel, I want to say that we can go to the planets and we can go to the stars. If it's weird or not, the stars are close. We can go at the stars in our current day. So in each video, I cut from other videos and I comment them to present the official theory from their side. World Science Festival Brian Green about. Gravity. They don't know what gravity. I'm telling you, gravity. It is light. It is light. Einstein said even this, but in a philosophical manner, because the equations are false. Einstein spoke many words like in a philosophical manner, because you cannot do the equations in a simple manner. You must be made them like in chemistry, physics even. So you are treated this out with mathematical formulas. Okay, you cannot make them on physical objects in a deep manner on light. Okay, so Brian Green World Science Festival. This okay.
Professor Daniel Harlow from MIT.
Stephen and also Jacob Bekenstein.
Yes, absolutely.
So the idea was, what happens if you take a black hole, which, I would say they were still mysterious as classical objects in the early 70s, but much less mysterious than they had been in previous decades. There was a sense that you can actually make a black hole from gravitational collapse, that in fact a black hole is in some sense perhaps the generic outcome of that gravitational collapse due to the Penrose theorem. And so there was some sense of, okay, well, let's now finally start to think about what happens when we start to include quantum mechanics. And from the point of view of quantum mechanics, a black hole is a very mysterious object, because you throw things in and nothing comes out classically.
Okay, if you watch that, Einstein in both relativities, one is propagation of waves, has this second power and a fourth power. It is a speed in both relativities. Okay, so if I prove to you that light does not have a speed, like the Einstein goes out of window. Okay, look, so this oil contains light. You see, you have light in this oil, cooking oil. You see, I can make you with thousands of examples. I burned a paper on my last video. Oil like gas, petrol, and alcohol, and everything, wood and everything burns and emits light. Okay, so you see, has containing light here in this cooking oil. You see, and what is the speed of light now inside, because it is inside oil? What is the speed of light? Look, that's before I release it from the oil. You see, it will burn like more than 4 hours, maybe 6, maybe only 50 milliliters of oil, quick cooking oil. Okay, 50 milliliters will meet this light. I had it all the night. Okay, I let it like this, like you have a constant LED, like basically even religious purposes. Okay, I use it, but it burns like emits light and more than 4 hours. It depends. You see, in a controlled manner of the surface brings in a constant manner of oil, and it burns it, and you have light. So it is light in this. You see as 2 power and 4 power. An Einstein formula. See, you can see square and that 1.5 bullshit stuff, mu general relativity. So it is light. What is the speed of light here? So now you will see the second part of this. He invites people. Okay, so look, the second part from Brian Green.
So we're still, as I mentioned at the beginning, right? One of the problems that Hawking had was that he didn't actually have a theory of quantum gravity.
Right.
And so in order to address a question like this, you need to either try to have some general argument based on assumptions that you think a theory of quantum gravity should obey, or you need to have a toy model of quantum gravity. So when I say that we don't have a theory of quantum gravity, I need to be a little bit more careful. What I mean is that we don't have a theory of quantum gravity that's consistent with all the data that we currently have about the world. We do have theories of quantum gravity that are ruled out by experiment. They live in the wrong number of dimensions. They have too much supersymmetry.
Wrong sign of the cosmological constant.
Wrong sign of the cosmological constant. Exactly. Yeah. Issues like this, they don't have the standard model of particle physics.
Okay, so this is the way I make the videos. He said in the end, quantum mechanics and the mechanics of quanta of energy. Energy, it is light, okay? But does not propagate anywhere, I told you here. So what is the mechanics of the movement of the light inside this? It stays static, it's made the material. Okay, so you see, what is the mechanics of light here? The old CD player, you put it 4 gigabytes of movie. I have his modern sticks. You see 252, you have 30 days non-stop movies. So you write light here inside. So when you are tricked with this bullshit stuff, still at this hour will not go on the planets, will not go anywhere. Kepler calculated angles and Newton light with force and mass, and now they are seeing black holes everywhere, and that depends on mass. And mass does not emit, it receives, it's not attraction, it's gravity. In English means like it's some gravity stuff. Gravity means to rotate. This is rotation, means to rotate, okay? To gravitate means to rotate. A circular force, Newton tried to explain how can you obtain a perpetuum mobile, like you see, you have two bodies and one rotates around the other body, on the belief that Copernicus said that it rotates around the sun. He wanted to try to understand how it is staying like this, and there were cranes and explaining with cranes with a force in a wire like this. If you rotate a wire, this is the force of the response of the force. You hit something, hits you back. You have an anti-force everywhere. Okay, so in a crane, if you have a wire, you see have both like to stay stable, to be rotation. So in this manner, he tried to understand that he saw both forces from the bodies that rotate around another like this. But the Kepler calculates the speed of the planets. Like in Galileo discovering the 4 satellites, said that the speeds of the planets do not depend on mass and the falling objects. Okay, the two bodies fall the same. So now it says about particles, and they don't exist. 16 particles. The Mendeleev is made with light. Okay, so this is the video for today. You see, light does not have any certain speed. Quantum mechanics is false for this cause, because in quantum mechanics, you see, you make light to go, like you imprime a mechanics, like, and you have a bottle full of fire and light, like this. You see, because they are tricking you. The protons do not exist. There's a fire and the electron. It is light, but does not have any mass. You understand if you write here 30 days of movies, you non-stop, you can watch non-stop. I have sci-fi movies, I like sci-fi movies, okay? HG1, Star Trek, like this. So if you understand, if you'll be the electron in a Mendeleev with mass, and you write electrons, they will hit and impact, and you cannot control how to write with electrons picture. So you write it with light, and you see light, and you see with your eyes light with the movies. in a movie, and it is static here, 30 days in the temporal manner. It is somehow a relativity time, but not in Einstein. Einstein spoke many words like in a philosophical manner, but the equations are false. Okay, you see the equation is false. Like, share, and subscribe. C square, you see where is the speed of light? What it is? What is the speed of light? You see in a control manner birds, so it's not goes like this. It says it shows to you that it is like a hook somehow, and I explain to you, and I will explain to you because nobody says and lies. Mass, you see, the light goes absorbed in any direction, okay, and the fire goes up so on an electromagnetic field. Okay, so it's a little bit of percentage falls down. The mass is not depending on mass like a black hole. It's not depending on mass light. You see how much light you can pack, and you see that are different materials. But now you unhook it in a similar manner. You make a way and some hooks like you cut fish. I'll burn my house. I did this already a few times. Okay, it's like hooks like this. And how many hooks you do have? You have 2 hooks, 3 hooks. You see on mass, and light goes through it and grabs hold of it, like hooks. So now in the similar manner by density, the hooks are made like to like Galileo observed to like go fall down on in the same manner, 2 different bodies, like this one with this one, with the same acceleration, mass over space, but the light does not have, like in quantum mechanics, to say it have a movement, meters per second, okay, in quantum mechanics, but this falls with meters per second. But so now you understand. It is not depending on mass. You see, it is calculated on like trajectory on the night skies. Okay, with the geometry, and this body falls at the same time on the moon, on the earth. They throwing rocks, okay, a big rock and a small rock. It's not depending on mass. So, but it is unhooked at the light to create this speed, okay, and the light is not produced by the earth, it is received by the earth. It is produced by the board of our galaxy, that is a sphere, okay. At the board of our galaxies, there are this kind of galaxies that you are saying. Our galaxy is the single galaxies. The stars are not like our sun. From the time of the Giordano Bruno, they identified. You see, the stars are put in clouds, and the clouds produce light, and they are alimentated, like the sun included is alimentated. The stars are smaller than the sun. You can unplug the star, put in your pocket. There's this kind of stars. So this is a cloud. You see, a cloud full of luminous pieces. You watch that on the ocean when the shore is illuminated by the mechanical movement. It imprints and illuminates some oil. You see, God made that organisms to illuminate, made these materials in a water or orientated towards us, like in a world like this, and the solar system inside, believe it or not. And we can go here. This is a small cloud. We can go here. It will take us 10 years, but we can reach here. In 9 years, they reach Pluto, so you can accelerate bigger than this and to go with alimentate in space with like in a modern day, like Elon Musk type rockets, okay? And we can reach here or in a close range to see them from close, and you'll see big and okay, if you make a like a Webb Space Telescope, but you send it beyond Pluto, you will see this in big manner because they are close. You can go here, okay? They're close with luminous pieces. The gravity does not depend on mass. Okay, this is the video for today. Goodbye, God bless. Like, share, and subscribe. I'm the only one who is telling you this, okay? I do it on my money. Nobody wants to watch it. Okay, the system particles do not exist. Everything is made with light. Okay, not even the photons. It does not have mass. An electron and a proton and not neutron and neutrino. Okay, goodbye. God bless. Like, share, and subscribe. Our galaxy is a sphere we cannot see beyond the clouds. the universe. The sum of the galaxies is not the universe. Okay, goodbye, God bless you. See, light, it is inside the oil. It does not have any speed. If you deny this, you can burn alcohol, you can burn petrol, you can burn gasoline, gases, many types of gases. You will emit light. So you understand matter is maybe like even this rock is light and fire. Okay, goodbye, God bless, like, share and subscribe.